I've decided to accept a dream job in another state even though my husband refuses to move and says if I take it, our marriage is over. And now everyone is saying I'm choosing my career over my family and destroying our life together for ambition. I'm 33 and I've been working in urban planning for 9 years. I've been with my current city planning department for 6 years, doing good work but feeling increasingly stuck and unfulfilled. The pay is okay, around $72,000, but there's no room for advancement in my department and the projects I work on are pretty routine. My husband Greg and I have been married for 8 years. We live in Ohio, close to both our families. Greg works as a high school history teacher at the school he graduated from. He loves his job, loves the community, and has made it clear over the years that he has no interest in ever leaving our hometown. 3 months ago, I applied for a position in Portland as the lead urban planner for a major sustainable development initiative. It was a long shot, but the project aligned perfectly with everything I'm passionate about, and the salary was $105,000. I didn't really think I'd get it, but I also figured it didn't hurt to apply. I got a call 2 weeks ago asking me to come out for a final interview. I told Greg, and he said sure, go see what happens, but he said it kind of dismissively, like he didn't think it was real. I flew out to Portland, had an amazing interview, fell in love with the city and the team, and got offered the job 3 days later. When I told Greg, he congratulated me, but then immediately asked when I needed to give them my answer so we could politely decline. I said I hadn't decided to decline. He looked confused and asked what I meant. I said I was seriously considering taking it. Greg's whole demeanor changed. He said we'd never talked about moving, that this wasn't something we'd planned for, and that he had a life here he wasn't willing to give up. I said I understood that, but that this was a huge opportunity for me professionally and financially, and I needed him to at least consider it. He said there was nothing to consider. His job is here, his family is here, his entire life is here, and he wasn't starting over in some city across the country just so I could have a fancier title. I said it wasn't about a fancier title, it was about doing meaningful work that I'm passionate about and finally feeling professionally fulfilled. Greg asked if I'd thought about what this would mean for us. I said of course I had, and that I was hoping he'd be willing to come with me and find a teaching position in Portland. He laughed and said I must be joking if I thought he'd leave his school and his community to move to Portland, where he didn't know anyone, and where the cost of living would eat up any extra money I'd be making. I pointed out that the salary increase would more than cover the cost of living difference and that Portland had great schools where he could teach. He said it wasn't about the money or finding a job, it was about the fact that his home is here and he shouldn't have to uproot his entire life for my career. I asked why his career and his ties to this place mattered more than mine. He said his career didn't require us to move. Mine did. So the burden was on me to either figure out how to make it work here or accept that some opportunities aren't worth taking. We've been fighting about this every single day for 2 weeks. I told the company I needed more time to decide and they gave me until the end of this month. Greg has made it clear that if I take the job, he's not coming with me. He said he's not doing long distance and he's not moving. So if I choose to go, I'm choosing to end our marriage. I told him that's not fair, that he's essentially giving me an ultimatum where I have to sacrifice my career to keep our marriage. He said I'm the one giving the ultimatum by expecting him to give up everything he loves for my ambition. His mom called me yesterday crying, saying I'm being selfish and that marriage means compromise, which in this case means staying where we are. My own mom thinks I should take the job and that Greg is being controlling by refusing to even consider moving. My best friend says I should take the job and that if Greg really loved me, he'd be willing to support my dreams. Greg's best friend told me I'm destroying a good marriage over a job that might not even work out. The truth is, I want to take this job. I'm excited about it in a way I haven't been excited about work in years. But I also love Greg and I don't want our marriage to end. Am I the asshole?